Hello everybody! Unfortunately, from time to time, your Proxmox Mail Gateway server certificate expires. This is Stef from Samayas and welcome to my channel. Well, we all know time flies, right? If you're a tech nerd like me, and on one side you have an internal certification authority, and on the other side you're running one or more Proxmox Mail Gateway servers internally, well, of course, it's running on your own certificates, right? Now, pure technically, you could also use the ACME and the free public certificates. But I prefer my internal certificates for my internal Proxmox mail servers. But then, sooner or later, depending on the time to live of that certificate, you still need to replace it with a new version, right? So, let's dig in. So, when we go to a website, we all know this dreaded message, of course. It's telling you that something is wrong with the site. And we have two options. We can either go back and simply cancel that action, or we can go to Advanced and continue. And so under the Advanced section, it is clearly telling you what is wrong. Our current date is farther along than the validity of our current certificate. And so our certificate has expired. Of course, the short-term solution, if we absolutely have to access this website, is to simply click Proceed. The long-term solution, of course, is to replace our certificate on our Proxmox Mail Gateway to have a valid certificate again. Now, this phase is specific for everybody. I'm using an Active Directory certification authority, and in there I've already recreated a new certificate specifically for my Proxmox Mail Gateway called mx-backup1. And the end result of that, after having exported it, is a PFX file. And that PFX file both contains the public certificate and the private certificate, and is protected by a password which I have to give the moment I exported it. Now, Proxmox is Debian-based, and they don't really use PFX. However, I need in text format my public certificate, my private certificate, and my root certificate. And the easiest way to obtain that is to use OpenSSL, which I've downloaded from the internet. And for simplicity, and since I need to use that in general, I created a transfer command line which will extract all the information from the PFX and generate the necessary files so that I can import them specifically in my Proxmox. Now, if I look inside that transform file, I call OpenSSL 3 times. The first line will extract a PEM from my PFX. The second line will extract a certificate, and then finally I will transform my PEM to have my private key. Quite easy, right? So now, when I simply execute my transform, since I had to pre-encode a password for my PFX, on every line I need to enter that password. And the end result, and on both occasions, when entering the password, it specifies that the MAC is okay. If I enter a wrong password, it'll simply fail. And now the end result is that we have a PEM, a certificate, and a key. And so when I click on my certificate, it shows me a valid new certificate, extracted and usable for my Proxmox Mail Gateway. Now, if I open up the certificate in Notepad, as you can see, I have my begin certificate, which is the certificate itself, and I also have my root certificate, which is included in the same file. And so for simplicity, now that I have my 3 files, my SIR, my key, and my PEM, I created a prepare directory and I created a file which I'll need on my Proxmox Mail Gateway to replace my HTTPS certificate. And that file on the server is called pmg-api.pem. And if I open up that file has 3 pieces. It first has my private key, it then has a public key, and finally it has the root certificate, all in one file. And so I open up my private key and I simply copy that private key part, my PEM, and then next I selected my public certificate and finally my root certificate, and you simply paste it and save it in your PEM. And then your file is ready to be copied. And now the easiest way to copy that file to my PMG server is to use WinSCP. And so on the left side, I connected to my directory where my pmg-api.pem file is. On the right side, I connected to that server. I went to the directory -etc-pmg, and then I simply have to copy over my PEM file to that directory. And once that copy is done, the file is ready and usable. And so the next step is to simply put it into my PMG server. And once we're there, the only thing I need to do is to execute a syscontrol restart PMZ proxy service. And after executing it, my web service is restarted. And if I now browse to it, I won't have any certificate issues anymore. And so, as you now can see, my certificate for this server is valid. Now, if you only have one Proxmox, that is fine. In general, for being mail sufficient, you need at least two. And so, my second Proxmox, which is called pmg-api, I did exactly the same thing. And after connecting to my first mail server, my second mail server gives me an error. And why is that? Well, that is because I've both put them in a cluster. And so the thumbprints from the old certificates have changed. And so I have one more command to execute. And so I need to call pmg-cm update fingerprints. And after this refresh, I don't have the error anymore. So I need to restart my Proxmox service, and I need to update my cluster management if I'm using Proxmox in a cluster. Well, for internal certificates, of course, you'll take long-lived certificates, like 2 years, 3 years, or even 5. Personally, I chose 2. But even then, you still need to replace them, right? And unfortunately, there's always slightly more complication than just replacing the certificates. If you guys enjoy this content, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell sign. Or leave a comment down below.